Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy you're joining me today for Natural Hormone Balance. I'll be discussing how to balance hormones naturally, which includes discussing adrenal hormones and their impact on your body, neurotransmitters and their effect on your brain and mood, and how your sex hormones affect you, causes of hormonal imbalances and symptoms associated with hormonal imbalances. Then, of course, what you can do through diet and nutrition to correct the imbalances. As a bonus, I'll be explaining how seed cycling can balance your sex hormones. I've been helping my patients with these natural methods for over 27 years in my clinical practice, and I personally have benefited from them. You may not need hormone medications, and that's why I'm bringing you this class. But first, a brief introduction. I'm Dr. Teresa Rispoli, PhD, Doctor of Clinical Nutrition, naturopath, licensed acupuncturist, and founder of FunctionalNutritionistAcademy.com, where I teach an online functional nutritionist certification course called Mastering Functional Nutrition. And I'm also the founder of Complete Health Institute, a wellness center located in Agoura, California, where I've been in a successful clinical practice for over 27 years, and I'm your host today. So let's talk stress response. So you're walking fluffy through the park, and you see a huge coyote charging you. Your heart starts pumping. Your brain starts firing while it figures out a course of action. But let's take a look at what else happens to the body with a response to stress. When your brain senses danger, the section responsible for emotional processing, the amygdala, signals the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus activates the synaptic nervous system in the brain, and in turn, the fight or flight response is initiated. This process leads to a chemical cascade, releasing the stress hormone cortisol and neurotransmitters norepinephrine and epinephrine. These all get your body ready for action, to run. There's two parts to the stress response, turning it on and turning it off. When danger is no longer perceived, the parasympathetic nervous system initiates the relaxation response and brings the hormonal balance back to normal. Although there are other hormones at play, cortisol is the primary stress hormone. It's vital for our survival and is made from cholesterol in the adrenal glands. The benefits of cortisol include it increases your blood sugar from glycogen stores in your liver to fuel for your brain and muscles to get ready for action. It increases your protein, fat, and carbohydrate metabolism to get ready for fight or flight. It regulates your fluid and electrolyte balance to help you maintain a normal blood pressure, even though you feel like you're going to blow your mind. It helps regulate the response to stress on your hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and other areas of your brain. And it helps regulate adrenaline production so that you can act swiftly. After the perceived danger, high levels of cortisol and prolonged stress lead to many negative health effects, some of which are high blood pressure, high blood sugar, increased risk of diabetes, increased risk in abdominal or visceral fat, increased risk for heart disease from diabetes and the increase of abdominal fat, hypothyroidism from decreased thyroid function, slower wound healing, susceptibility to infections, and hormone imbalances. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers which translate various functions within the body, such as heart rate. Many neurotransmitters are synthesized from amino acids, which are readily available from our diet. When not balanced properly, however, negative health conditions can occur. A number of neurotransmitters can also act in the body as hormones. However, they're quite different. Neurotransmitters belong to the nervous system, are produced by neurons, and send signals through the synaptic connections of the brain, whereas hormones belong to the endocrine system, are produced by endocrine glands, and deliver signals through the blood. Despite their differences, it's important to note that the levels and balance of hormones are influenced by neurotransmitters. For this discussion, we're going to focus on the following neurotransmitters: epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin. So epinephrine and norepinephrine are two neurotransmitters that also serve as hormones. Their hormone function stimulates the central nervous system. Epinephrine communicates with receptors in the heart, lungs, and arteries, while norepinephrine can only communicate with arterial receptors. Epinephrine also is known as adrenaline, and norepinephrine both influence the body by increasing blood sugar levels, increasing heart rate, increasing contractibility, how hard the heart squeezes. Additionally, epinephrine allows relaxation of smooth muscles in the airways to improve breathing, while norepinephrine can cause blood vessels to narrow, which increases blood pressure. Chronic stress can result in levels being either deficient or too high, with either of these neurotransmitters, both of which are negative for overall health. Deficiency can contribute to anxiety, depression, fibromyalgia, hypoglycemia, migraine headaches, restless leg syndrome, and sleep disorders. Excess levels can contribute to high blood pressure, anxiety, excessive sweating, heart palpitation, and headaches. Now, the neurotransmitters dopamine and serotonin are powerful neurotransmitters that influence both mood and regulation and concentration. Whether levels are low or high, the effects can be detrimental to one's health. Dopamine is responsible for pleasure and satisfaction. Lack of dopamine is associated with lack of motivation, low energy, and poor digestion. When triggered by the stress response, however, dopamine can help you perceive and process the threat, figure out the appropriate response, avoid an unpleasant situation, learn and remember to avoid the particular stress event, redirect blood flow by dilating blood vessels in certain tissues by inhibiting noradrenaline release in those tissues. Unlike dopamine, serotonin does not have stimulatory effects in the brain. Instead, it's responsible for calming and evoking positive moods. Serotonin helps regulate appetite, sleep cycle, and suppresses pain. It makes sense that deficiency of dopamine is most closely linked to depression. Here's how stress levels are impacted. The body's response to stress depended on the type and amount presented by releasing the appropriate amount of stress-fighting chemicals. Stress can be physiological, physical, or psychological. The origin may be internal or external, and its manifestations can either be mild, severe, or anything in between. Sex hormones are protective during stress, as they act to maintain vital systems by increasing blood, oxygen, and sugar to best prepare and cope with the impending stress. However, adverse reactions can occur when stress triggers a high level of response. This is seen most during times of chronic stress, when the hormones don't have time to properly rebalance, ultimately leading to disease. The degree of hormonal response and amount of stress hormones released depends on the following: the type, degree, and duration of the stress, how you perceive the stress, your life experience with stress, your age and gender, how frequently stress occurs, previous experiences with stress, and the context or environment of the stress. Now let's talk sex hormones or endocrine hormones. The primary sex hormones include estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Cortisol blocks the secretion of the body's main fertility hormone, GnRH, which is responsible for releasing sex hormones. While this is okay during periods of acute stress, chronic stress can result in lasting effects. Both women and men may experience low libido and decreased fertility. It's clear this can be an issue if persistent. So sex hormones control some of the most influential processes in the body, including pregnancy, puberty, regulating monthly cycles, menopause, hair growth, skin complexion, muscle density, and fat storage. These hormones can compete with each other or function as opposites, which is why it's so important they are present in the right ratio. During chronic stress, your body may think it needs more cortisol. And in order to make more, the body steals from your sex hormone system, using progesterone to create cortisol. and this can quickly become a difficult cycle. Estrogen is needed in higher amounts for women. Its primary function is growth and development, but affects nearly all body systems. So estrogen deficiency can cause foggy mind, hot flashes, depression, memory lapses, headache, vaginal dryness, irregular periods, urine leakage, sleep problems, and bone loss. Excess estrogen can cause heavy bleeding, breast tenderness, increased premenstrual symptoms, fibrocystic breasts, ovarian cysts, abdominal weight gain, anxiety, irritability, water retention, increased triglyceride levels, and elevation in the bad estrogens can lead to cancer if the liver is unable to conjugate them. In short, estrogen is one of the most important hormones for women in terms of health. Any imbalance, whether it be deficiency or excess, can cause a host of issues. Testosterone is the predominant hormone in men, responsible for healthy muscle mass, stamina, energy, libido, bone density, memory, and strength. Too much testosterone, however, can cause aggression, depression, impotency, and excessive libido. Deficiency, however, affects more than just sexual function. Both men and women are faced with complications without adequate supply of this hormone. So testosterone deficiency is associated with decreased sex drive, increased depression and anxiety, fatigue, inability to concentrate, decline in memory and cognitive function, decreased muscle mass and strength, loss of body hair, decreased bone mass that may lead to osteoporosis, increase of abdominal and pectoral fat, and sleep issues. So let's look at the causes of hormonal imbalances. Hormonal imbalances can be a result of many different factors. Some of the most well-studied include undereating. Many fad diets don't take into account hormone balance. Also, in general, frequent weight loss and weight regain is a huge factor in hormonal imbalances. Eating the wrong food for your body. Many foods negatively impact imbalance when eaten in the wrong proportions. Stress. I've already demonstrated how much stress can impact hormone activity. In short, chronic stress is responsible for transforming hormones and creating significant imbalances. Toxic overload. Toxins enter the body through our diet, environmental pollution, and many of the household products we use daily. Too many toxins overburden the liver, which detracts from breaking down excess hormones. This, of course, leads to higher levels of hormones, the ones that cause cancer, and a disruption to the hormonal balance. High body fat percentage. Too much body fat results in a low testosterone to high ratio balance due to an increase in the enzyme in fat tissue, which converts testosterone into estrogen. This is negative to both men and women regardless of age. And then, of course, aging. Progesterone decreases faster than estrogen as women age, leading to estrogen dominance. As men age, testosterone levels decrease. However, estrogen declines at a slower pace in men, leading to an imbalance of testosterone and estrogen. And man boobs are a sign of elevated estrogen in men. And men can get breast cancer too. Now let's look at the signs and symptoms of hormonal imbalances. Two types of problems tend to occur when hormones are out of balance. Number one, you get uncomfortable symptoms that change how you think, feel, and act. Number two, an increased risk of illness, such as depression, Alzheimer's, heart disease, osteoporosis, diabetes, and certain cancers. Both outcomes can negatively affect quality of life to varying degrees. Common hormone imbalance signs include infertility and irregular periods, unexplained weight gain or weight loss, depression and anxiety, fatigue, insomnia, low libido, changes in appetite, digestive issues, hair loss or thinning, and so much more. So food matters. Our diets are filled with foods known to impact hormone balance. Common mistakes negatively impacting hormone balance include too few fatty acids, too little fiber, too many simple carbohydrates, too much soy, too much alcohol, too many unhealthy fats like trans fats, too much sugar, and too many processed foods. To combine these common diet mishaps, you want to include more of the following foods in your diet. Flax seeds. A compound found in flax can bind to our estrogen receptors and help excrete excess estrogen from the body. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts contain important nutrients that prevent estrogen-related cancers and help eliminate excess estrogen due to their high fiber content. Lentils. They provide a great source of protein and fiber, resulting in reduced estrogen levels, in addition to containing zinc, which raises testosterone. And sweet potatoes. These tubers are high in vitamin B6, which helps with liver detoxification and frees up the liver for breaking down excess hormones. These are only a fraction of the yummy foods that work in your favor for hormone balance. Up next, I'll be explaining more about what constitutes a hormone balancing diet. So a hormone balancing diet, the foods we eat on a regular basis, can either work for us or against us, as I've already discussed. First, a word on gut health. Overall health, as well as many diseases, have been linked to digestive health. And research has proven that gut or digestive health equals hormone balance and vice versa. The gut is teeming with bacteria, both beneficial and problematic. The key is to make sure the good outnumber the bad. This is best done through diet. Chinese, Indian, and Japanese medical traditions have known this for thousands of years. So now I'll discuss how the following can improve hormone balance: healthy fats, probiotics, digestive enzymes, supplements, and adaptogenic herbs. But first, my bonus topic. Have you heard of seed cycling? Well, if you dread your period or often miss a period, listen up. Missed periods, heavy bleeding, pimples, sore breasts, headaches, and mood swings are all signs that your hormones are out of whack. And seed cycling could be the very answer you're looking for. Seed cycling is a simple and natural method to help restore hormonal balance. Hormonal imbalances mess with your body, mind, and skin, let's face it. For your periods to be as regular and painless as possible, your hormones must rise and fall accordingly. But for a variety of reasons, this doesn't happen for many women, which can cause symptoms that affect your body, mind, and skin. Some women experience estrogen dominance, while others have higher than normal levels of testosterone. These conditions can also affect the health of your thyroid, which is responsible for your metabolism, among many other vital functions. So balancing your hormones is key when it comes to your health and well-being. So don't underestimate the power of these tiny, nutrient-packed foods. And seed cycling is 100% natural and easy to follow. Your cycle has two phases. First, the follicular phase. This starts the first day of your period and lasts for about 14 days when ovulation occurs. During this phase, estrogen is queen. Next is a luteal phase, which starts on day 15, and this is when progesterone really kicks in. During both phases, testosterone remains relatively constant, with a small blip around ovulation. So some women experience estrogen dominance, which means the ratio of estrogen to progesterone is too high. Symptoms including irregular periods and all the usual suspects associated with PMS, in addition to anxiety, insomnia, fatigue, weight gain, and infertility. And other women may have higher than normal levels of testosterone, which can cause polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS. And the most common symptoms for PCOS include hair loss on the head, excessive facial and body hair, weight gain, depression, anxiety, mood swings, irregular cycles, acne, and infertility. These conditions can also affect the health of your thyroid, which is responsible for your metabolism among many other functions. So you can see why balancing your hormones is key when it comes to your health and well-being. So seed cycling is a natural method to help balance your hormones. While there isn't much research on seed cycling yet, it appears to be a promising approach to support optimal hormone health. And I love that it's 100% natural and easy to follow. So if you're struggling with hormone balance, I recommend giving it a try. You have nothing to lose and possibly a lot to gain. All you're required to do is eat certain types of seeds during each phase of your cycle. So here's the seed cycling chart. This chart quickly shows which seeds to eat during each phase of your cycle. You want to eat flax seeds and pumpkin seeds during the follicular phase, which is day 1 through 14. On each day of the follicular phase, you want to consume 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds, not roasted, not toasted, and freshly ground flax seeds. I always recommend organic seeds, especially when trying to balance your hormones, because the chemicals and pesticides are known for messing with your hormones. You want to ground flax seeds, and these can easily be added to smoothies or shakes. They also mix well in yogurt or nut butters. Pumpkin seeds, however, can be eaten plain, but they also can be added to salads, soups, as well as used to make a pesto, and they taste great, and they add a wonderful texture. Now, if you don't have the means to freshly grind your own flax seeds, such as a spice or coffee grinder, then you want to store your ground flax seeds in the freezer to maximize freshness. Otherwise, the delicate oils oxidize and become rancid. So here's the hormonal benefits of flax seeds during the follicular phase, which is day 1 through 15. Both flax seeds and pumpkin seeds are believed to help raise your estrogen levels, but not too much. Plus, your body needs a way to properly remove excess estrogen, and the fiber in these seeds can help with that. Flax seeds in particular have high concentrations of ligands, an antioxidant with fiber-like benefits, and they also behave like phytoestrogens, which can have a weak estrogenic effect in the body. And when your hormones are in balance, this can be very helpful. Plus, research suggests diets rich in ligands may help reduce your risk of osteoporosis, heart disease, and certain types of cancer. Yes, please, we want more of these seeds. Flax seeds are also a good source of magnesium, which can help detoxify excess estrogen. Magnesium is also known as a natural chill pill, which we could all use these days, especially when your hormones are driving you crazy. You'll also find selenium in flax seeds, which is a potent antioxidant, and it's also been linked to healthy hormones as well as a healthy thyroid. Finally, the omega-3 fatty acids in flax seeds also play a role in healthy estrogen levels. However, your body must first convert the form of omega-3 fatty acids, which is ALA, in the flax seeds into EPA and DHA before they can have an effect. And the conversion rate is pretty low, so it might be better to supplement with omega-3 fatty acid supplements. So, hormonal benefits of pumpkin seeds during the follicular phase, which is day 1 through 15. So when it comes to pumpkin seeds, they're an excellent source of magnesium and zinc. Zinc is an important antioxidant, and it's also been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties, which can help with period pain. Plus, the study found that low zinc levels were associated with PCOS in women, which suggests zinc may inhibit the effects of excess testosterone. And a recent review of zinc validates its long historical use as a natural weapon against acne. So some of the hormonal benefits of sesame seeds during the luteal phase, which is day 15 through 28. Sesame seeds are packed with magnesium, zinc, and selenium, an excellent combination when it comes to hormonal health. This study found that sesame seeds may help with the metabolism of estrogen, which could then allow progesterone to shine in the luteal phase. And you want this to happen, because low levels of progesterone is what cause the dreaded symptoms of PMS. Hello, key takeaway. It's also worth mentioning that sesame seeds and pumpkin seeds are rich in iron, and having a good supply of iron is important during your period to prevent anemia, especially if you have a heavy flow. So you want to eat sesame seeds and sunflower seeds during the luteal phase, day 15 through 28. After 14 days of eating flax seeds and pumpkin seeds, switch to 1 to 2 tablespoons of freshly ground sesame and sunflower seeds daily. Sunflower seeds can easily be added to smoothies and shakes or used to make sunflower seed butter. Sesame seeds are great for topping many dishes, especially those with Asian influence. But you could also make a delicious tahini and use it as a dip or a salad dressing. Hormonal benefits of sunflower seeds during the luteal phase, days 15 through 28. So sunflower seeds are rich in B vitamins, especially B1, B3, B6, and folate. And the study found that B6 and folate are associated with reduced risk of breast cancer by improving the regulation of estrogen and progesterone. And the study had similar results with the addition of B1, thiamine. Sunflower seeds are also high in vitamin E, a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory nutrient. And the study found that vitamin E helps keep estrogen in check, which is how the researchers proposed vitamin E helps prevent breast cancer. Bottom line, while there's little scientific evidence for the specific practice of seed cycling today, there is research suggesting specific nutrients in the seeds recommended can have a profound effect on your hormones and how they work in your body. So don't underestimate the power of these tiny nutrient-packed foods. And if your hormones are in need of some TLC, seed cycling is definitely worth a shot. But keep in mind how well the rest of your body's functioning also matters. Nothing works in isolation, especially your gut, which means seed cycling while eating crap and drowning your worries in wine probably won't do you much good. Healing always requires a whole body and mind approach. So let's talk probiotics. Probiotics are known as the beneficial bacteria found in the gut. And the right balance of probiotics can improve your production and regulation of hormones. So foods that contain these healthy probiotics include kefir, bone broth, sourdough bread, low-sugar kombucha, kimchi, sauerkraut, fermented vegetables, natto, and miso. You want to aim for at least 2 servings per day of these yummy, healthy probiotic foods. Additionally, high-fiber foods such as chia seeds and flax seeds naturally feed probiotics in your system. Here are some of the common culprits linked to the destruction of healthy gut bacteria. Overuse of prescription antibiotics, excessive sugar, emotional stress, medications, alcohol, lack of exercise, oversanitation, smoking, and poor sleep. Now I want to talk about how important healthy fats are for hormone production. Your body needs various forms of fat to create hormones. This includes short, medium, and long-chain fatty acids, saturated fat, and cholesterol. Fats are the essential building blocks for hormone production. They also keep inflammation levels low. They boost your metabolism and promote weight loss. So aiming for 15 to 30 grams of healthy fats daily aids in the stabilization and production of sex hormones, stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline. In particular, omega-3 fatty acids are important for cell-to-cell communication in the brain. Typical diets are not properly balanced with omega-3 to omega-6 oils, and we need more omega-3. Unfortunately, most diets include higher amounts of omega-6. The omega-6 containing foods that are best avoided to improve hormone balance include safflower, sunflower, corn, cottonseed, canola, soybean, and peanut oil. But there is a healthy omega-6 containing food, and it's hemp seeds, which are rich in gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, to support healthy progesterone levels. So here are the good sources of anti-inflammatory healthy omega-3 rich fatty acids that you want to eat. Coconut oil, avocados, flaxseed, chia seeds, walnuts, grass-fed butter, and wild-caught salmon. The benefits of avocado in particular include improving heart health, lowering inflammation, controlling your appetite, and contributing to your daily intake of fiber and nutrients. So digestive enzymes are not to be overlooked because they're needed to break down your food. The body naturally produces enzymes to break your food down. However, stress can inhibit digestion. So taking a supplement can reduce gas, bloating, and malabsorption. Some people have trouble digesting fat and can benefit from a digestive enzyme with high lipase to help metabolize fat better. Other enzymes can also help your gut break down food into smaller particles, making it easier to process and absorb nutrients, avoiding sensitivities or allergens to certain foods. So you want to look for a supplement that contains amylase to aid in the breakdown of starch, lipase to aid in the breakdown of fat, and protease to aid in the breakdown of protein. So let's look at supplements, because getting all the nutrients we need through our diet alone can be challenging. Fortunately, supplementation can help specifically with magnesium, B, and D vitamins. So magnesium's a macromineral needed for numerous functions in the body. Magnesium helps to calm the nervous system and prevent the production of excess cortisol. Magnesium deficiency is on the rise due to a drastic decline in food sources over the years. Reports estimate magnesium content in vegetables has seen declines in up to 80% since pre-1950 figures, and typical grain refining processes for bread and pasta remove 80 to 95% of total magnesium and B vitamins. And then vitamin D deficiency is also on the rise. Vitamin D is important and acts like a hormone inside the body and helps to keep inflammation levels low. It also works to regulate estrogen levels in the body. And vitamin D is termed the sunshine vitamin because the body creates vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. However, with everyone covering up and slathering on sunblock, we may not be getting enough direct sunlight, which is why supplementation is recommended. And lastly, B vitamins. They play many roles in the body. Because there's so many B vitamins, 8 in total, it's recommended taking a B complex supplement to ensure proper intake of each one. B vitamins are responsible for liver detoxification, mood elevating effects, nerve function, and maintaining estrogen balance. While it's possible for you to be getting all the required nutrients through your diet, it's rather difficult. Ultimately, supplementation may be your best answer. And then there's adaptogenic herbs. So what are adaptogens? These are a unique class of healing plants that help to restore imbalances and normalize physiological functions in the body. A number of these herbs have been investigated for adaptogenic properties that promote hormonal balance and protect the body from a wide variety of diseases, including chronic stress-related illnesses. For example, ashwagandha, medicinal mushrooms, rhodiola, and holy basil have been studied and proven to offer the following benefits. They improve thyroid function, lower cholesterol naturally, reduce anxiety and depression, reduce brain cell degeneration, stabilize blood, sugar, and insulin levels, and support adrenal gland function. Ashwagandha in particular can be extremely effective at balancing hormones and can also help overcome adrenal fatigue. Its positive effects on regulating cortisol, stress tolerance, and internal stress responses have been studied for decades. Holy basil also helps to regulate cortisol levels, making it a viable natural remedy for anxiety and emotional stress. Additionally, studies reveal hormone imbalances related to chemical stress from pollutants and heavy metals can be restored with holy basil. Ashwagandha is traditionally used as a powder and made into a tea, and you might be interested in one of these recipes. But ashwagandha can also be taken in capsule or liquid extract. And then lastly, but not least, is essential oils. They offer a natural alternative to chemically ridden body care products. Harmful chemicals including DEA, parabens, propylglycol glycol, and sodium lauryl sulfate can disrupt hormone function and cause imbalances. Here's a list of some of the best essential oils for hormone balancing. Clary sage. This helps to balance estrogen levels. So you want to diffuse 3 to 5 drops of clary sage to help balance hormone levels and relieve stress. Fennel is an essential oil that can help you relax your body, improve your digestion and gut health. It boosts your metabolism and reduces inflammation. You can add 1 to 2 drops to a glass of warm water or tea and take it internally. Lavender oil promotes emotional balance, as it can help to relax anxiety, depression, and stress. You can add it to a warm bath or diffuse it to reap benefits. Sandalwood triggers peaceful feelings and results in overall stress reduction. Try adding a few drops to a diffuser or dabbing some in the cup of your hands to inhale. And then thyme oil improves progesterone production and helps to balance hormones naturally. Try adding 2 drops of thyme oil to warm water in your bath, or you can rub 2 to 3 drops of equal parts of it with coconut oil into your abdomen. So I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned a lot of useful information on the importance of hormone balancing and useful tips to help you. Sharing this topic with people who are eager to transform their health always excites me because you don't have to take medicine to balance your hormones. If you have any further questions, please reach out. I'm always there to support you. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for taking the time to experience this class, and give yourself a pat on the back for taking steps to improving your health. I'm passionate about sharing this topic with people who are eager to transform their lives and finally achieve optimal health. Also, if you feel like you need support in this journey, don't hesitate to ask for help. I couldn't cover all the details of natural hormone balance here, but in my online courses, especially lesson 5, 6, and 7, I extensively cover adrenal, thyroid, and endocrine hormone balancing, all natural methods. So for more information and your free gift that I promised you, you want to visit functionalnutritionistacademy.com. And to get your free report, just subscribe. And you can also learn how to become a certified functional nutritionist there, online in your own time. So I urge you to join now and become a leader in your area. We need more people interested in transforming lives with functional medicine principles. But if you need personal help, you can book an appointment with me, Dr. Rispoli, by visiting CompleteHealthInstitute.com. and choose Book Appointment Now at the top for online booking. I hope that the class exceeded your expectations and you feel well equipped with knowledge, resources, and tools to finally combat your hormone challenges naturally. Bye for now.